All right, guys. Hey, we're here with Cole. He just took down our local tournament today. What were you playing today, Cole?
I was playing Helena Luna.
All right, so what he's going to do,
dark.
he's actually going to give us a deck walkthrough. So I'm going to put the camera down here just a second, stick with us, and then Cole's going to take it away.
Thank you.
I mean, I think you beat me with this.
All right, so Helena Luna, basically just dark, control your opponent's hand, try and make it so at the end of the game you have 5 or more cards still in your hand with options and your opponent has nothing.
Which you very effectively did in the final, right? Poor
yeah.
Enzo was just sitting there with nothing to do.
Yeah. So I run basic shard package, just the 3 of the darks. I hardly ever discard a guy to my thing, but if I have a soul transfer in hand, it's a pretty good move to do, so I can grab that guy. And then I run just a little bit of aggro to help board control, and then just all the basic towers. I haven't decided to run any of the new ones yet, or the dark one yet. So for my 1-drops, I've got Failed Golem, number 2. He's really good. He just puts counters on her, makes it so you can get more golems out, and he pokes towers, which I really like. I like to know where stuff is. So then Failed Golem number 1. Again, I hardly ever use his sending guys to the discard, but 1 for 1,000 is always good. And he's a golem, which triggers a lot of other stuff in the deck. My other 1-drop's a cheeky Guardian, just because I feel like the 2-drop Guardian is good, but in a pinch, this guy can attack. Again, he can poke towers, and he can just stop incoming attacks for 1, which is really good.
So you go him over the egg just for the fact that he can poke?
Yes, the fact that he can attack, yeah. Then for my 2-drops, I got Golem of Jealousy, because when he arrives and you have another Golem, he draws a card, and that's just
pretty
amazing.
useful.
And 1,000 is good. Then I've got Standard Devourment. He just replaces himself when he dies. Can't attack and doesn't do damage, but he is a meat shield, basically. Then I've got another Guardian, the Hellhound. Again, amazing card for 3. 2,000, he can attack in a pinch. Otherwise, he's just soaking up attacks, and he makes it so people can't attack when he comes into play. My other 3-drop that I really like is this guy. When he arrives, if you have any other golems on the field, you can look at, or you can discard a random card from your opponent's hand, which is great. Usually hitting some good stuff with that. Sometimes I alternate between 3 of this guy or 3 of this guy. Really depends. I probably slot in, I would sideboard these guys over these guys if I'm playing certain matches, because when this guy arrives, I can take control of a unit with cost 1 or less. So I can take control of Shard Beasts, other good things that cost 1. It's just a pretty good card.
And that's kind of a local tech too, right?
It's a local
we're seeing
tech.
a lot of Shard Beasts.
Yep. I really like Golem of Indolence for 4. He can only attack units, but he can have quickness if you discard a card on your turn when he comes in, and he has target attack, so he can attack standing units. And with this deck, trying to get counters on these guys, this guy really helps. You know, it just helps me get rid of their hand and keep board control by putting units out. I really like Nobe as another 4 cost. If he arrives and there's a destroyed Dark Tower, do 2,000 to a unit, so a little more board control. Also a big beefy Guardian, so I run 2 of them. My big guys are just standard big guys. Arrive, look at your opponent's hand and discard 1 or 2 cards depending on how many Golem units you have. So he's good. Again, just destroy their hand. And then for my spells and augments, I just run Delayed Poison just because it's pretty good to get rid of most things. Dust Strike, pretty standard at 3. I'm usually taking stuff off the board that way. I love Poison Strike for 3. Again, it discards a card from their hand, and it does 2,000 to an attacking or blocking unit, and it's got instant cast. Sometimes I don't see it coming. And then my I run 2 Brain White Beams because, again, taking a unit from them is basically a 2-unit swing. So having more board control than them is good. And then I just run these all at 1-ofs. Yami, I only have 1. I think it's a good card. Soul Transfer, I have a lot, but it's only good late, and it's hard to play with if you don't have anything good in your discard. So I just like to see it when I like to see it. And then debilitating is just 2,000 to 2 units, which is amazing. So that's what I got.
All right, sweet.
I think what's good.
So was there anything of note that put you over the top today, or just good matchups? And
Probably good matchups, and also again just like killing their hand, man. Like I had a couple of my games, I had full hand of cards and they had none at the end, and that's just key, I think.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's definitely what we'll have the matchup very shortly of the final, but Enzo was just sitting there with nothing in his hand and you were rolling him over. So all right, well, thanks, man, for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And go Commando.
All right, go Commando.